Faithfulness makes all the difference. Find out why in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. Through the centuries, people have tried to determine what makes a difference in life. Robert Frost said, "Two roads diverged in the woods. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." William James said, "I will act as if what I do makes a difference." Michelle Walker said, "If you think you're too small to make a difference, you've obviously never been in bed with a mosquito." Joseph knew the scriptural truth about what makes a difference in life. It wasn't his circumstances, wealth, or talent. It was his faithfulness to God's presence. That's a lesson we all need to learn. Faithfulness to God's presence makes all the difference. Joseph faced various circumstances in his life, some wonderful, some horrific. He went from his father's home to slavery in Egypt, to prison, to being in the Pharaoh's palace. However, his circumstances did not alter his faithfulness to God. One example is recorded in Genesis chapter 39, beginning with verse 20. "And Joseph's master took him and put him into prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined, and he was there in prison. But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him steadfast love, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever was done there, he was the one who did it. The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge, because the Lord was with him. And whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed." If you go to a jewelry store, you can usually tell by the display how much an item is going to cost. If the store displays the item on the counter where you can hold it and look at it by yourself, it'll be one of the cheaper items in the store. On the other hand, if the item is in a display case and you have to ask someone to get it out for you, it's going to cost more. And if it's in a display case and you have to ask someone not only to get it out for you, but you also have to ask them how much it costs because no price tag is visible, well, if you have to ask, you probably can't afford it. What makes the difference? Why is the necklace on the rack worth 100 times less than the one that is in the counter with no price tag? Well, it's because of the stone that is in it. The one on the rack, well, it's not a real diamond. It's glass, it's plastic, it's resin, or something that wasn't carbon in the middle of the earth for thousands of years. That sparkly thing with a price tag so large that they couldn't fit it on a price tag, that's the real thing. The difference in value is based on what it is. The difference in Joseph's life is easy to identify. It's the presence of God. Whether in the comfort of his boyhood home or in the depths of an Egyptian prison, Joseph knew that God was there. I don't know where your life is today. You may be imprisoned by the disappointment of a career that hasn't quite gone like you expected, or by family issues that have you chained with doubt and disappointment, or by a physical illness that's constantly imprisoning you with pain. When you know Christ, wherever you are, you can know God is with you. He has not abandoned you any more than he abandoned Joseph. God is there. You may be experiencing tremendous joy in your life. Things may be going great. Unfortunately, that can become a prison of its own, lulling us into complacency and leading us to think that maybe we don't need God's presence. Don't be fooled. You need God to be there. And the good news is God is there. The fact is, God is with us, whether we acknowledge it or not. The difference is not just knowing that God is here, but living like it. This extraordinary truth affects our perspective, the basis for our decisions, everything that we do. God is here. What God accomplished through Joseph is extraordinary. He saved Joseph's family and preserved the nation of Israel, all because Joseph determined to live each day knowing that God was with him. Imagine what God can accomplish through you if you live like God is with you. You can, because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.